What a time to be coming back to YouTube. I made this video because yesterday I put out a tweet because I promised you guys that a video will be coming today. I thought it was going to be more positive settings, Carabao Cup win, first piece of silverware under this Clear Lake administration, something that could perhaps start to build a winning mentality. The best opportunity available to do so, considering all the injuries that Liverpool had in this game and the fact that they basically finished with the PL2 under 18 squad. No exaggeration. But yeah, here we are. Mauricio Pochettino, Paul Winstanley, Stuart Lawrence, the ownership, and this squad of players have let us down yet again. I have not uploaded any videos on this channel for a little while because I felt like I needed to take a hiatus from YouTube, off my own channel anyway. Yes, I'd still been making features on other channels. Big up Saeed, big up Judge Mo, big up Dan Potts, big up others that as well that have been jumping on your channel. I really apologize if I haven't mentioned your names, but right now my head is hot. My head is hot. I'm literally picking up from where I left off from making videos, where it was just rants, anger, confusion, all the negative emotions that you could possibly think of. Do you think this is how I want to make my return back to YouTube? But sadly enough, to those of you that have been watching me on these other platforms, my tune has not changed. My song has not changed. It has always been, this group of players are nowhere near good enough, and I will not be fooled a minute longer. I don't have any, what's that word? I don't look at football from an emotional perspective anymore. I must, because I make content and I deliver my thoughts to you, I have to be more objective in my outlook on things. This is why I have always bashed these group of players, because they are bottle jobs. Mauricio Pochettino as well is definitely in that category. 110%. I have said on numerous platforms outside of this one, there are probably 5 players in the entire squad that I would keep at Chelsea Football Club, and you know what I was told? You're too negative. You need to give these guys time. They will come good. A manager will come along and do this, that, and the other. No, they will not. Today, this cup final, there was no excuses. There was no excuses for Mauricio Pochettino. Today was the opportunity for him to stand up and be counted and prove to us, especially to the skepticals, that he could take this squad, take this club into the trajectory that we need to be in, which is challenging for trophies. In our first era with Roman Abramovich, the first cup that we won, that squad themselves said led them to the success that they had, was winning the League Cup. And we failed to do that. We're in such a bad situation, ladies and gentlemen, that I don't know, and I'm sure you don't know either, when we're next going to see a cup final. This is where we're at with Chelsea Football Club. And I'll say this until the cows come home. Some of you don't like him, some of you despise him. But Johnny Minerals was right. That man, Johnny Minerals, was right. 100% about this ownership, about this crop of players. And he said it from day one. So we need to give our flowers to those of you that agree. I've got to give my respect to Johnny Minerals. It's been so long since I've done this. I didn't want to come back here angry, disappointed, all those negative feelings, but I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to put on a happy face. I'm not here to do that. Today is the real message, the real, raw, gritty and gutter message about Chelsea Football Club. But obviously, before we get into the content today, before I forget since it's been so long, if you've missed the uploads on This Man Knows Football channel, make sure you give a thumbs up. If you agree with this message, make sure you give a thumbs up. Also, whether you agree or whether you disagree, make sure you leave your thoughts down there in the comments. And also as well, if you are just visiting this channel or you are new to this channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. What you'll get over here is no sugar-coated bullshit. No talking up for perks so I can go to the club and have prawn cocktail sandwiches with the players, with the owners and all that kind of stuff. No Mr. Positive so I can be getting the sponsors and all that. I'm not here for that. No talking for clout. I'm not here for that. And I've proved it to you many times, especially this time. I've been off the channel for months. This is not about money. This is not about clout. This is about how I feel. And we need somebody alongside Johnny, alongside Eunice and a couple of others, to say it as it is, without a care in the world about the perks that you can get from YouTube. Because the direction that this club is going is to the shadow realm. Do you know who Clear Lake are? Shang Tsung, your soul is mine. Fatality. Mortal Kombat team. This is where we're at Chelsea Football Club. Let's talk about today. Our 6th domestic cup loss in a row at Wembley against the Liverpool team that were crippled by not only senior injuries, but by their serial winners. Devoid of those players, except 1 or 2 that were able to play today. Do you know who those players were that were missing for Liverpool? No Alisson, no Trent Alexander-Arnold. Although he's a new signing, no SpongeBob or Sobozslai, whatever his name is. No Mo Salah. No Darwin Nunez, who does add to that attack, although he can't score, but he is chaos in that attack. And no Thiago. Massive players for Liverpool. Massive players. All they really had today was Robertson, Konate, Van Dijk, McAllister, and if I miss it, and Luis Diaz, who was cooking on our left side, by the way. Absolutely frying on that left side. Or whatever side he was on. My head is gone. That game today, nobody can tell me nothing, was more than winnable. Let's have a look at this lineup. The same lineup that went to the Etihad Stadium against the title-chasing Manchester City, who need the 3 points, by the way, because of Liverpool and Arsenal's performances in the Premier League. Unchanged, went there, got a 1-1 draw. Petrovic in goal, Gusto our right back, Disasi and Colwell our centre backs, Chilwell left back, Enzo and Caicedo as our pivot, Conor Gallagher just in front of them for our midfield 3, Palmer, Sterling and Nicholas Jackson leading the line today. If there's one thing that stood out in that entire lineup that we missed and that showed especially in early stages of the game, no leadership, no winners, nothing. And we looked nervous. I tweeted out, I can smell the nerves at Wembley from New York City, where I currently live. Shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. Overhit passes. Unnecessary fouls. Missing clear-cut chances. Getting pressed to oblivion by Liverpool. They're just forcing mistakes. Playing the way they want us. We were playing the way Liverpool wanted us to play. After £1 billion British sterling pounds spent. Something that has never been done in football in such a short period of time. This is what was out there. Today, our leadership, if we were not going to have it on the pitch, needed to come from that bench. But when you look at the history of the man who is sitting on that bench, who is meant to be the leader and shining example for this squad, Mauricio Pochettino, it makes you think. And to many of you, why are you surprised that this is the result? Think back to the Champions League final that Tottenham reached against Liverpool. Think about that performance. Today was a carbon copy of that night. Tottenham did not show up. They showed exactly what we knew they were. And that's bottle jobs, pretenders. Today, Liverpool showed us exactly what we're not. We're not winners. We're not good enough. We're not ready to stand up and be accounted for in a big occasion. And I'm even talking about the Carabao Cup. Something in our history that we didn't even take seriously. I come from a club that get Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, Club World Cups. This is the table we're meant to dine on. What's happened? The amount of negativity that I got from my own fan base. You're too harsh. They haven't been here long enough. They're going to get better. Pochettino, if you sack him, who are you going to bring in? You're too harsh on Pochettino. I told you. And I don't even like to be the one to keep saying I told you so. And you can't say that I am because I've not been making videos. I could have made money from all this I told you so. But I've not because I've been suffering with you guys. Week in, week out, I watch the inconsistencies of Chelsea. I watch the highs, I watch the lows, I watch the disappointments. I'm there with you. I'm just not recording because I'm tired of recycling the same frustration to you guys on a weekly basis. I'm tired of it. Because if it gets repetitive, I feel like I'm insulting your intelligence. So do you know what I'd rather not do than grow my channel, get more likes and all this kind of stuff that people are addicted to? I'd rather not insult your intelligence and put my camera down. But today, a cup final, I thought I would have been here celebrating. Albeit a Carabao Cup, but the start of a winning mentality in this squad. The reality of it is we lost. By the time that final whistle blew, we lost to a Premier League 2 side that play Accrington Stanley's U21s and them teams there. Under 18s that we lost to today. Bare youngers, bro, that were just born in within the 2000s and that. 2005 babies, 2006 babies. They took off Cody Gakpo. They took off McAllister. They took off Konate. And they brought on babies. Younger babies than what we've been signing in our club. But you know what? They actually had a manager that, number one, knows how to win. Number two, knows how to spread that winning mentality within his squad, whether it's his seniors or whether it's his youth players. He did that today. I am absolutely ashamed. I'm absolutely disgusted to be a Chelsea fan today. I will always love my club, but I am disgusted. Set pieces today is what killed us. As usual, set pieces is what killed us. We got lucky the first time with the Van Dijk header. Ben Chilwell was marking Van Dijk, by the way. Where was Disasi and the lack of height? Yeah? The compensation for the lack of height that Mauricio Pochettino said we've got in the squad. Weren't even marking their tallest, the most imposing player in the box, Virgil van Dijk. But we caught life. Yes, we did score a goal. Good bit of counter-attack. Good assist from Nicholas Jackson. Sterling puts the ball in the back of the net, but it's offside by Just. And to those of you that are arguing, well, he was onside. No, listen. I saw the angle. I did see the angle. And he was actually offside. And what do I say on this channel? We do not look for officials, VAR, or any outside influence for us to be winning games. I don't use those or accept those as excuses. What should be winning us games is quality on the pitch and the tactics as well from the manager. Neither of which we have had for the longest at Chelsea Football Club. But sure enough, set piece killed us again. Extra time this time. Boop! Van Dijk heads it in, bottom corner. Game over. With like 3 or 4 minutes left to play. The performances all round today, shocking. I've never seen Malo Gusto so nervous, so many bad touches, misplaced passes from a quality right back. I'm not going to take that away from him. I think he's a top player and has all the tools to go become an elite right back. But there's one player that has gotten away with too much. There's one player who is a controversial name to bring up when it comes to criticism. He goes by the name of Enzo Fernandez. What is it going to take for us to be able to hold every single one of our players accountable? Hold them at the same level when it comes to criticism, not just because they're your favourites. Absolutely abysmal today. Cost us a goal. Should have squared it to Cole Palmer. Wide open goal. He was putting that in. Shocking passing today. Was a passenger today. Left his partner in the pivot to basically do everything. Lucky he didn't get sent off, Caicedo. Because that 100% was a red card, that challenge on Gravenberch, who was actually stretchered off. Lucky to stay on the pitch. We caught life twice. Fraud watch. I don't care what any of you lot say. That Argentinian is on fraud watch for me. Conor Gallagher. Shades of Mason Mount. And Mason Mount is twice the player Conor Gallagher will ever be. Missing that one-on-one with Kelleher in the cup final. And some of you lot are telling me this is the best that we can do for this Chelsea midfield. This is what we should be building around. I'm throwing out names like Musiala and these dons, and you're telling me about Conor Gallagher? Get real, man. Get real. Pochettino, I've said this many times, is a problem. But when you look at the scale of issues, think about a pyramid. A pyramid is usually this way. Flip that pyramid upside down. Pochettino's at the bottom. He is the smallest point of problems, but he's a problem that still needs to go. Not good enough. Never won anything in England. Looked absolutely lost and struck by the occasion today. Shows that he's not a winner. Amongst other things we've seen all season. Get him out. After that is the quality of this squad. Like I said, and I've been saying all season, 5 or 6 players I would keep in this squad only. And 2 of them, I'm only keeping them because I haven't seen them have a consistent run of games. Would you like me to name me those players? Malo Gusto, I'm keeping. Reece James, I'm keeping. You see, I even have to think. Caicedo, I'm keeping. Enzo, although I'm at the end, I'm this close, I'm keeping. Cole Palmer, you're safe. Christopher Nkunku and Lavia, I haven't seen you two play long enough in the Nkunku not long enough in the Premier League. Lavia, you've been injured all season. So that's what, 7 players I would keep? Petrovic, maybe as a backup goalkeeper, as well as he's done. But I've always said you never compromise your goalkeeping position. You never compromise that position. Go for a world-class goalkeeper. Outside of that, the rest of them can go. The rest of them can be sold, and that's what needs to happen. If we want to get anywhere near to where we used to be, a massive overhaul needs to be done in that squad, which brings me to my next point. So after Pochettino, after the crop of players, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, they have to go. They should not be given any more time. They should not be given a summer. They should not be given a checkbook. They should not even be given a spread or data sheet to even write their thoughts down on paper. They need to go. They have destroyed this club with their suggestions, their mentality, and the group of players that they have brought in. They need to go. No more chances. Get rid. Get rid. I wanted proven guys. Luis Campos and these kind of names there. That's who I wanted at Chelsea Football Club. But these two, get them gone. And the number one culprit is Clearlake, Todd Bowley, whoever the ownership is. Because they hired the recruitment team. They're the ones that push forward this philosophy of a concentration of youth. They have absolutely ripped the soul, the original philosophy, which was to win, and competitive nature from this football club. And today was the epitome of it. It's up to us fans to make a difference. It's up to us fans to make a stand against this. Whether it's protests, whether it's walking out of Stamford Bridge to get the message through. But this philosophy cannot stay. There's so many things wrong with the club, I don't even know where we're going to start. But a good place to start would be to get rid of the directors. The owners, they're going to be very difficult to get out. They're going to be the most difficult to get out. If we can even get them out. But those recruiters have to go. Pochettino, I feel slightly sorry for because he's been given this group of players to work with. And he was never good enough in the first place. But the fact that he brought that Spursy mentality to Chelsea Football Club, there's no excuse for that. Especially today. With the team that Liverpool finished at the end of the 120 minutes, nowhere near good enough. And then for the nerve for this guy to actually come out and say after the game, this man actually said this. The team felt it would be better to go to penalties. Excluding himself from the responsibility, he said the team. What kind of leader does that? Removes themselves from a situation like that when they are the shot callers in the situation. You now turn around and say the team felt best. I don't give a shit what the team have got to say. You are playing Liverpool under 18s, Premier League 2 squad basically. You go out there and win that game. After 85 minutes, like I said, Gakpo, McAllister, Konate, bare of them man came off. Gravenberch was injured. Bare of them came off. And it was PL2 players, under 18s that came on. And your message is to take this youth team to penalties. Whether it's the squad or Pochettino. Wake up, people. Take back Chelsea Football Club. Get this manager gone. Get this squad gutted. Replace it with experience. And experience is not just relative to age. It's relative to where you have been in your career. You can be 22 and have played in the highest level. Champions League finals, FA Cup, and won them all. Come to Chelsea. Senior players that have been in situations before and know how to behave. Leadership, bring that to Chelsea Football Club. We need to hold these owners accountable because when they bought the club, they said to us, they told us, we are going to be signing the elite of the elite youngsters. Hold them accountable. But add an extra piece of criteria. Sign winners. Sign managerial winners. players that have won, recruitment team that have shown they've got a winning formula. Because without that, we're finished. I don't see where we're going after this. Thank you very much for watching the video. I know I've gone on longer than I've wanted to. Unfortunately, like I said at the beginning of the video, I wish this was more of a positive comeback, but unfortunately, this is where we are as Chelsea Football Club. I'll always come here and tell the truth. I don't care about sponsors, I don't care about perks, I don't care about interviewing players. I care about telling the truth and getting this club to where it needs to get to. If you like the true message, the raw message, the no holds barred message, give the video a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts down there in the comments and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace.